For fans, it's simply absolutely fabulous news. Two of the most acerbically-written characters ever created for the small screen have been given the Hollywood treatment. Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley are back, playing the somewhat hopeless, often sozzled, but always funny Edina and Patsy in the Ab Fab feature film. The original television series ran for 3 years in the early 1990s, and their outrageously bad behaviour made the pair famous all over the world. So when I was summoned to London for an audience with Jennifer and Joanna, how could I refuse?
Oh, look, unfortunately in London we don't have trees with any branches on or anything like that.
I know.
But we've put a few stumps in here.
They're back, but this time Ab Fab's Joanna Lumley and Jennifer Saunders have cracked the big time.
I am PR.
On the big screen.
Eddie, what are we going to do about the champagne?
So fast, the whole thing, from beginning to end. I mean, literally wrote it, did it 3 months later, and now it's coming out. It's really, it's fast for a movie.
Quick. So
really
fast, I
taking a
haven't
breath.
heard Kylie's version of This Wheel's on Fire.
I'm going to
haven't
play
you?
it to you downstairs.
Will
I've
you
got it
play
on
to
my
me?
phone.
I get left out of some of these decisions.
Oh, no.
Oh, merci. Not going back. Break, Eddie!
Patsy Stone and Eddie Monsoon are back in all their ridiculousness.
That was quite nice, actually.
And just when you thought they couldn't be any more outrageous,
Oh, God.
they are.
Darling, sweetheart.
They're still drunk and still desperate.
Kate, Kate!
And as always, in deep trouble.
How bad can this be? I mean, you know.
You have killed Kate Moss.
Shit.
What?
It's the return no one thought was coming.
And who will play me, Eddie? Not Jane Fonda.
And for a long time, Absolutely Fabulous looked like it was
How do I look? Fabulous. Thank you.
absolutely finished. That was until the character's creator, Jennifer Saunders, was forced to finally sit down and start working on the cinematic script. Joanna, you thought you would die before the film was ever going to make it.
Yes, I think this is true.
And is this
with Jennifer, this was a very realistic way of approaching life, because the truth is that you probably might not have done it without a little bit of urgent cooperation from your friends.
Yes.
Principally Dawn
Being
French.
pushed into it. I need to be pushed into things.
Did Dawn French really say to you £10,000?
100,000.
100,000?
£100,000. She bet I wouldn't write it because she knew I'm quite mean, so I'm not going to give anyone £100,000, you know, without putting up a fight.
Because you are a procrastinator by your own admission.
Yes.
You'd rather sweep the terrace.
Who wouldn't? Well, no, I think the thing with sweeping, and I love a power wash. Got to have a bit of a power wash. I think it's a way of thinking. I think if you
But
can
with
clean
the
up
house
everything, but
squeaky clean and £100,000 still in the bank, Saunders finished the script.
yeah, I'll open up a bolly. Darling, where is the champagne?
I don't know.
Patsy and Eddie were back in business,
Chanel number 5?
No, no, no.
along with Safi
Molly, where's the champagne?
If you want things, you have to pay for them.
Since when?
Sounds as though you're going to have to tighten your belt, dear.
Oh.
If you manage that, it'll be a first.
Eddie's mother,
Don't let her eat anything, darling, while she's here.
Well, I need injections, Safi.
Yeah, lethal ones.
the effervescent bubble,
Your death threats, my lady.
and a cavalcade of stars.
Kate Moss, darling!
Did you anticipate so many celebrities would be lining up?
I think as soon as there was an idea that there was a film, people used to come to me all the time and say, oh, if you just need somebody, I could just be a waiter, I could just walk across the back of the scene. Lots of people wanted to be in it. They wanted to kind of join in. They wanted to get into the Ab Fab world, really.
What is the Ab Fab world?
It's a world where you
Fabulousness.
don't have to pay.
It's a world where you don't care very much about stuff.
There are no consequences. You can behave badly. That's what people love about it.
Yeah.
Just a bolly, darling.
The love affair with Eddie and Patsy began nearly 25 years ago,
No, further.
Patsy still. 47.
when they made their debut on the BBC.
Have you eaten something?
No, not since 1973.
But for some, Absolutely Fabulous
We've got one bottle left, darling.
was anything but. I keep reading that this is the first show where women were behaving badly.
I think it might be. I can
Let's
imagine
claim
another
it.
one. Let's claim it. Let's say yes. This is the first. It's a first.
And that's a little bit shocking, isn't it? That you were so badly behaved.
I think it was at the beginning, but probably only to men, a certain type of man. Because I do remember there was an executive at the BBC who, when he first saw the show, his one comment was, "I don't like seeing girls drunk." And you think, well, hard luck, because we're not going to stop.
What do you want? What are you doing?
This was before the ladette culture, when girls, were, falling out of cabs and in gutters, and Lindsay Lohan forgot to put her pants on. This was before that time, and I think it did seem slightly shocking.
She's been a man before, you know.
Do you want a vodka on that?
Yeah.
This is a hard-hitting question, and I'm sorry to ask it. But is Patsy transgender?
She's been transgender. She's born as a girl.
She was transgender before the word transgender had been invented.
In the
It
60s.
was just called sex change in
That's
those
right.
days.
Sex change.
I think it was in Morocco, wasn't
It
it?
was
Yeah.
in Morocco, and we had a flashback of them in the 60s, or rather at the Sergeant Pepper time, because Patsy was clearly a boy with short hair and a moustache, and in kind of Sergeant Pepper clothes, and you were dancing as a kind of hippie person.
Yeah.
We were all stoned out of our minds. So Patsy she'd taken some hormones, grown quite a lot of extra facial hair, and had something stitched on, and then after about a year it fell off. And so she went back to being a girl.
Yes, there's a lot of references when people remember her as a man rather than a woman, and
When she's
I always
walking
like
across...
that because it's fluid. She's fluid.
Elton John remembered her as Pat.
Yes, she did.
And so did...
hello, Pat, old man. Go, hello.
Hello.
Light! Bloody bastard asthmatic cab driver.
Like the TV series, the movie pushes the boundaries.
I need a piss.
Yeah, well, you'll have to wait.
I've started.
And no actor in Absolutely Fabulous was prepared to push those boundaries more than Jennifer's new best friend, Australian comedian Rebel Wilson.
Cheers. Don't get that on British Airways.
She was so filthy. She's terrible.
She just made her stuff.
You write lines, and then you realise that she's sort of mentally discarded those lines and come up with something much funnier, but filthy. There was some where we just said, Rebs, not pos. Can't stop now. But that's what I love. I love her because I love people that come in and go, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And she's just constantly inventive. She's fantastic, fantastic.
And then, of course, there was Barry Humphries and Dame
Yes,
Edna. Which
and Dame Edna.
Was there one
Now,
you
you see,
preferred?
if there's one moment in my life I just actually could not believe, because, Barry was playing this part of Charlie, one of Patsy's ex-lovers, and then Barry said, I noticed little Joan Collins is in. And I said, yes, she's in. He said, maybe Dame Edna would like to come along. And I thought, wow. That honestly was the moment I thought, I was just had my breath taken away. And that she was willing to get into a swimming pool. I thought, honestly, I was amazed.
While Patsy may have been the highlight of Joanna's career, she admits kissing Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street was better than a bottle of Bolly.
Pretty nice, let's be blunt. I mean, the script was sent to me.
Cute.
Now, this is the truth, is that in it says he leans across and kisses her. And I said, yeah, I don't have to read the rest of it. Lovely, I'll do it. Leo DiCaprio says that I had that clause inserted. Whatever happened, some kissing took place and quite a lot of it, and it was quite nice.
Pretty good. So you could have written that in for yourself, probably
I
with
could,
any
but,
number of people.
I'm so aware that we haven't yet been turned down by someone we've asked to do something, and that could be the awful moment.
Is there somebody you'd really like to kiss?
Well, I have to say John Hamm. I was a bit jealous of the old Ham.
I managed to get a bit closer to ham than you did. I'm going to roll away the ham. Hi, Johnny. Don't you remember me?
Oh, God, I can't believe you're still alive.
Ham is love.
My God, I straightened his collar unnecessarily before he would take. I was all over him like a rash.
It was extraordinary.
John,
When John
I'll
Hamm
help you.
came on set, suddenly women who'd never nothing to do with the film suddenly appeared on set because he's absolutely sort of He's warm too. That's what the thing I like about him. He smells good.
Oh, we like a good-smelling man.
Very nice.
Really funny.
Smells really important.
Really
As we
modest
said
man.
this, I could see the crew shifting on their shoes because they suddenly wondered if they smelt nice. just a thought.
Is there a stinker in the room?
I've had stem cells in the blood of a 2-year-old child injected into my skin, and my face still looks like this.
For fans, too much Ab Fab is never enough.
You need to be using fetus blood, Eddie. A little spritz of afterbirth, darling.
But the question is, what's too much for Jennifer and Joanna? Is this it for Patsy and
Well,
Eddie?
I say it after every single one. And
You
it's
do?
never happened yet, so I wouldn't trust anything I say.
You're most unreliable.
So I think it's very unreliable. Joanna says it isn't. You're saying there's a sequel.
I announced a sequel, yeah.
There's a sequel coming.
Because Jennifer
Well, who
feels...
knows?
I see. Exactly. Yesterday it was no, and today it's who knows.
Well, I know the more you say it, the more I'm convinced it's happening.
So maybe Ab Fab will be the gift that keeps on giving.
And it is all about me, and it has been all about me. And me, Ed.
The pop culture phenomenon that allows Eddie and Patsy to do and say anything. One of the joys of your characters is that you can say whatever you want to say. Is there anything you'd like to say now that you're of the age where you can say whatever you like?
I'm still modest and quiet, just going, I do hope this interview's been okay for you. That's the kind of drip I am. But Patsy going, all right, darling, cheers, sweetie. Where's the champagne? You know?
I think, where's the champagne?